I see you there. Hello, travelers. This is your Captain Joan Boudelier speaking, and I am pleased to welcome Sweet Adelines around the globe to Region 16. We are traveling there today, and they have cordially invited us to see what it's like when harmony has no borders. When you arrive there, you'll be wonderfully greeted by members of the Lake Ontario region, our friends from both Canada and the United States of America. As we continue our journey to travel in tune, I come to you with a travel update that is a pleasure to share. Here it is. It's now easier than ever to travel in tune because member login is no longer required. All are invited to travel with us via the Sweet Adelines website or the mobile app. To travel to any of our past destinations or to travel with us during the region's allocated week, please see the simple instructions in the video description below. Now, each of you has a seat in first class today, and you're in for some first class education as well. You may choose a beverage and snack of your choice. No seatbelt is required as the ride is smooth. Enjoy what Region 16 of Sweet Adelines International has to offer you for your viewing pleasure as you explore harmony with no borders. As always, thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure and an honor to be your captain. Bye now.
She doesn't really need a big introduction, but I'm going to give her one anyway, because I am honored to introduce my dearest friend and director, Erin Howden. Erin is the choreographer, for those that don't know, and Master 700 director of the North Metro Chorus, 5-time Sweet Adeline International Chorus Champions from Toronto. Erin has been active in Sweet Adelines for over 40 years and is a highly accomplished choreographer and performance coach in both Sweet Adelines and Barbershop Harmony Society. We're so lucky to have Erin in our region. Each week at our chorus Zoom rehearsals, I am amazed with her ability to motivate, connect, and encourage us to keep going. She continues to help all of us in the region see the light and reason we need to keep pushing through this challenging time until we can sing together in person. This hobby is her passion, and she does nothing but focus on how we can be better singers, performers, and better people. I promise you will be inspired today. I have no doubt you'll need some Kleenex. Just warning you. Today will be about you, so really listen and untap your full potential. Erin.
I am so happy to see everybody. You know, I do know that we joined together today for this common passion that we have that started to be singing and ended up being all of us. Passion extends far beyond what we do into who we share it with. So I think the best way to open this morning, and thank you, by the way, I know it's a sunny day and you chose to be here with all of us. So I think the best way to start this is with one of our passions, which is, of course, singing. So I think it would be tremendous. I know everybody knows Can You Feel the Love Tonight? And I have some personal pride that my mom has been doing this for 60 years. And what better way to open this morning than with singing together Can You Feel the Love Tonight under the direction of 60-year member June Dale. Okay, so I am certain that we all know, or have at least heard the lyrics to A Million Dreams. And if not, I'd like to share the first few with you. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say this all sounds crazy. They can say that we've all lost our minds. I don't care. So call us crazy, because we can live in a world that we design. And I know that so many of you have been working toward doing just that with your choruses. And I am encouraged seeing 330 of us here online this morning who stepped away to step together. And I do want to share with you that this morning is not like a typical class. We're not going to spend time learning how to stretch vowels this morning. This morning is about you. It's about us. It's about where we are and where we're going. And I think we could all use a little pick-me-up right now. So I've involved some of you in this, in collecting things from you. And I hope that over the next 90 minutes, you can kind of rethink and sort of make some plans as we go forward together. I don't know if any of you have heard of someone by the name of Eric Yuan. He was a freshman at university at the time, and he was faced with a great deal of frustration, having to travel 10 long hours on a train in order to visit his girlfriend. To you and I, this may not seem like a big, a very big monumental issue, but to him it was everything. And it is amazing how this challenging separation from the girl he loved ignited a groundbreaking opportunity, for it was this long distance romance that actually inspired the launch of what is now a multi-billion-dollar video communications company called Zoom. So, when we look at this, and if I was to ask the group here, what's something that your course is doing now that you never would have dreamed, never would have thunk in a million years that you would be doing right now? Anyone, throw your hand in the air. I'm just going to call on you. Anybody that's ever worked with me before knows I just say, hey, you, what do you think? So, all right, okay, go ahead.
Okay, I never thought I'd be on Zoom talking to people. I didn't even know what Zoom was. And here we are together sharing the moment. Yay.
Absolutely, yay. That's a good one.
I never thought that we would be teaching whole visual plans online.
That is a big one. And I have to say, hats off to the Canadian Showtime Chorus who have learned, disseminated, and taught a visual plan for their brand new Uptune over Zoom. Anything is possible. Okay, it's amazing. I'm so proud of you guys. Okay, Courtney Merriam, what about you?
I never thought that we would have Janet Chapman, who literally 2 years ago had a flip phone, be able to share and use Zoom with a very somewhat competent level of technological advancement.
That's a great one.
I never thought I'd be able to audition to rejoin a chorus during Zoom. That was quite something. Without a quartet around me to do my audition song, it was weird, but awesome, and I'm so glad I was able to do it.
And I love that you were too. I want you to shake your hands on the screen if your chorus has invited in new members during this time that we have been. Look at all those hands. That is amazing. New members joining all over the place. Sheila McKenzie, how about you?
I never thought that we would continue exciting celebrations and coaching on Zoom. And it's really kept me interested, and a lot of people, I'm sure.
Learning and growing I love that, Sheila. Learning and growing is a huge motivator. I think we underestimate the ignition that brings on, the development and learning. Absolutely. Okay, Patricia, what about you from Circle of Harmony?
I never thought that I would be learning more about the other members of my chorus, more on Zoom, who's who, than I am actually learning about them on the risers.
I love what you just said. Actually, I've loved what everyone has said, but I particularly love that because I think it is, I think I hear all kinds of people saying, I miss being with people. I miss people. And I agree with Patricia. I mean, I never thought North Metro could be closer, but we are closer than we've ever been. And it's amazing. And someone said to me even, wow, we're hearing a lot about sad news. Like so many people are going through things. I wonder why that's all happening at the same time as all of this. And I wonder if you considered that they feel safe with you now. I wonder if they consider that they're just telling you things now. And maybe those things were always going on. And now, this bond and connection is just, it's really, when we step back up to sing together, boy, oh boy, is it going to feel different, because there is this wonderful personal relationship we're forming, not only within our choruses, but as a region. Sue-Ann, what about you?
I never thought that without having to travel, we could crash the rehearsals of every chorus in the region and go to see them via Zoom.
Okay, I don't even know if a lot of us have ever seen each other like that. Well, we used to have inter-chapter parties years and years ago, but that was one of my highlights from this whole thing, is just spending that kind of time with each of you. It was so fun. Absolutely, totally out of the box. Marcia from Riverblend.
I never thought I would be able to participate in a virtual video with Corth Music Company and Eastside Harmony Chorus, making a video for A Million Dreams. That was awesome. I enjoyed that.
It sure was, and goes right along with our theme this morning, for sure. And this concept on that video, you saw words like "why not," "what else." We started off with, well, we can't sing at all. I remember being in the shower, somebody asked me to come and teach. I said, no way, I can't teach. I can't get on a plane. Look at us now. I mean, when it comes to singing, we said we can't sing. All of a sudden, oh, well, maybe we can sing. Well, I don't know how to use a computer. Oh, well, maybe I'll learn how to use a computer. And now I not only can be in this virtual course, but we can do something highly creative with it so that it reaches far beyond our circle, far beyond what we reached before. Speaking to people we never would have thought we would speak to. I mean, so many blessings. I love that. Okay, just a couple more.
I never thought that I would be attending a rehearsal, braless, in my PJs, and a cocktail in my hand.
That's right. We only have to dress from. Yep, it's only waist up attire. Absolutely.
Yes.
I have my nice woolly socks on the bottom of all this. So absolutely so fun. Less of a commute. All those things are blessings. Okay. What about Louise? How about you?
Oh, hi. I thought one of our big accomplishments was submitting all of our recordings for a new song that we had learned. And we had this wonderful member who put them all together and balanced everything and made a recording for us. It makes it sound like we were all in a studio, and it was all done from us submitting our individual recordings. And that's something we probably would never have done if we weren't on Zoom.
I love what you're saying, and I love how you're leaning what you're saying toward the concept of collaboration. Speaking about how one person's talents, how we start, our part is sending in an audio or a video, and then all of a sudden it becomes this thing at the end of the whole process, and we were a part of that. And I guess what I love about all the things that I'm hearing right now is the word "we." I love that. And I think that we all think that we're on an island right now. I think in our minds, we go, I'm stuck, I'm all by myself here. And more than ever, we are not by ourselves, more than ever. I know there's a few more. I love that there's hands up. So I'm just going to keep going for a couple of more minutes with this, because I love that people want to say something. Okay, so Shelley, real quick.
I would just like to say how much I love and enjoy the talent and creativity, Joan Borden and Beth Cairo in particular in our chorus, who have put together some wonderful projects for virtual tags and little virtual videos that we put together using previous recordings, and we send in pictures. And so we've had something on the go every step of the way since this all started back in March, and it's made it so exciting and fun. And look how much we've grown in terms of our abilities.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And Joan, your chorus is filled with wonderful leaders. Isn't it amazing how in a weird way we've all had to become leaders, haven't we? And we're doing things now that we never would have dreamed, ever. Belinda, what about you?
I've really enjoyed all the coaching opportunities online, and for Canadian Showtime, we've had a lot of individual coaching as well, PVIs and sessions with Erin, which has been absolutely fantastic, because you can ask your own personal questions and no one else is there, and you can really make a lot of progress in a short space of time. That's been awesome for me.
Amazing. And, when we were together en masse, think about the rush we were always in. What are we preparing for? What are we doing? And now we're off the treadmill to it, in some ways. And we're able to push forward with that, with things, thinking about things we never thought about, because we're in a place we've never been. And that is invitational. We need to be so inviting of this situation. I'm not sure, I really recommend you spend time every day boosting your gratitude over what has happened over this time together. Okay, a couple more and then we're going to move on. Jill Gillespie.
Hi, everybody. I think what I have really appreciated and learned the most, not only about the support system of our choruses when things get difficult, but also about personal performance, because I've never looked at myself so much, and seeing everyone else's face at the same time, I think has really allowed us become more together.
Yes, for sure. And you know, somebody else, I will share with you, the New Zealand chorus had gotten back for 3 weeks in person because they're in a different space than we are right now and how they're moving along with the pandemic. And I spoke with one of the directors. I've shared this with a couple of you, and she said, "Oh my gosh, we got back, and we've been back for 3 weeks." And we all looked at each other and said, "I miss Zoom. I miss it. Oh my gosh, I miss looking at people. I miss people talking to each other randomly. I miss the crazy. I miss the teaching on Zoom." So they've actually made a conscious decision to spend 1 week out of every month on Zoom and 3 live on purpose. So just know that you are having a gift right now, even if you didn't look at it that way, which is going to lead me into talking about perception and perspective. Crisis and discomfort inspire creative solutions and opportunities. And like Yuan, who decided to venture down this thing that's resulted in Zoom, which has then resulted in us being able to do all this against all odds and all naysayers, all pessimists, all dream crashers, all barriers. Region 16, we are challenging adversity and we're stepping forward. And I know we're asking ourselves some days, I want to be real with you and say that we are asking these really tough questions right now. Like when are we going to all be back together? I think we're asking questions like, what's going to happen to Sweet Adelines? What's going to happen to us? What's going to happen to me? And I'm hoping at the end of this session this morning, or the remainder of it, that the answer will be clear to all of us. I don't know if anybody watches Britain's Got Talent or America's Got Talent. Does anybody watch those? Shake your hands if you've ever watched those. There's been a couple of performances that have really captivated me. And the one thing that I love about that is that it takes the undiscovered and discovers them. And here's what's important. They were always there. They always had the ability, but someone had to notice. And something had to happen for them to be noticed. And so I'd like to share just a gripping couple of performances with you at this time.
I am 47. And that's just one side of me.
Okay.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by.
You just didn't expect that, did you? Did you? No.
I dreamed that love would never die. I prayed that God would be forgiving.
Without a doubt, that was the biggest surprise I have had in 3 years on this show. When you stood there with that cheeky grin and said, I want to be like Elaine Page, everyone was laughing at you. No one is laughing now. That was stunning. An incredible performance.
Welcome to America's Got Talent. What's your name?
I'm Cody.
Hi, Cody.
I'm Cody D.
What are you going to do here for us today?
I'm gonna sing a song for you on the piano.
I love it. Tina, tell us a little bit about Cody.
Cody is blind and autistic.
Oh.
Wow.
We found out that he loved music really early on. He listened and his eyes just went huge. And he started singing. And that's when I was in tears, because that's when I realized, oh my gosh, he's an entertainer. Through music and performing, he was able to withstand living in this world, because when you're autistic, it's really hard to do what everybody else does. It actually has saved his life playing music.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome. This is your time, okay? There's gonna be like 20 film cameras on you. Ready?
Yeah.
Go. Boom.
I've been to so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs, and I made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life on stages, 10,000 people watching, yeah. We're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. I love you in a place, oh, there's no space or time. I love you from my life. You're a friend of mine. But when my life is over, remember we're together. We're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you.
I know everybody needs a voice and an expression, and I really feel your heart, your passion. Your voice blew all of us away. So I just want to say that I heard you and I felt you, and that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Simon? Listen, what just happened there was extraordinary. I mean, really extraordinary. I don't know what it's like to live in Cody's world. All I can tell is that you obviously have an amazing relationship, the two of you. And your voice is absolutely fantastic. You have a really beautiful tone. And thank you so much for trusting us on this show. I'm going to remember this moment for the rest of my life.
Thank you.
And tonight, I'm going to give you something special.
Climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. 'Cause I need you to see.
I think you're all awesome. And, you know, I asked myself this morning why I was nervous to talk to you today. And I've talked to you guys so much. I know I've talked to my chorus. They can say, I can stop talking. I talk all the time. I talk to masses of people. I've talked to most of you in your choruses. And I asked myself, why am I feeling like this? And I know why. I'm feeling like this because this is really important. And I feel like this morning I had 90 minutes to try and convince you that we need you, to try and convince you that you're the reason that we are. And I really appreciate that you came this morning because it's a good sign, you know. And so sorry for all the emotion right up front. I was, you know, hoping that wouldn't have to happen till the end. But you know, one of the things that is so gripping is that I think our perception and our perspective on things is everything. And one of the things I loved in that video is when he said right at the end, Cody Lee. And I mean, that kid, nobody knew his name, you know, nobody knew who he was. And the world knows who he is now because he had people cheerleading for him. He had that camaraderie, and he decided that in the face of adversity, he could do what he loved, right? And so we have to decide. We have to decide, is this something we love enough to go, to do, to move forward? And so what I want you to do is know that you matter. And I know it's going to feel very awkward and weird, especially if you have family members around. But I would like you to open up your hands, and I would like you to just say your name about 3 times. I just want you to say your name out loud. I know that feels weird, but I want you to know you exist. And I think during this time, some of us kind of feel like we might not exist anymore. And you do. You're here. You're here, and I'm so happy you're here. I do want to talk about perception and perspective, because I think if we look at these individuals, they're much like so many things that we look at, including this pandemic, including how this affects us as singers, as an organization. And I think our perception of what is and what can be is shaping our perspective. So what influences our perception? Past experiences, education, values, culture, preconceived notions, our current state of mind, that's definitely part of it. And present circumstances, those things all shape our perception. And the perception that you construct actually becomes your reality. No one's here to tell you that you're wrong, because it's what it is for you in your shoes. Perspective is your point of view, and this is the lens you see the world through, and it determines how you view yourself, how you view others, and everything else around you. I remember when we sang at International, and we competed with a homeless package. And at the time, we had a lot of emotional investment in this. We had a member that had lost one of their family members on the street. We were actually supporting a women's shelter at the time, and there were all kinds of things that led us to that set. And I remember when we competed, it was a split room. Half the people were coming up, hugging us, and so grateful. This guy came up and said, "Oh my gosh, can I have that video? I go up on a mountain. I try to inspire people that have lost hope, and I'd love to show that video to let them know that people care." You know, I know that. And then I know that others were like, you know, I felt like I was being, I don't want to feel uncomfortable about this. I'm feeling uncomfortable about this topic. And they're all coming at things from a different perspective. In our scores in the entertainment package that year, we had 6 10s and 2 4s. And that tells you how dramatic where we come at things from. And I remember talking to one of the people that gave us a 4 after, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I was so sad when that little girl came up and she was homeless. I just felt bad for her." And she said, "I couldn't get my head out of that." And so again, she had some background and things that had happened in her life that shifted her to feel that way. And why is this important now? It's important now because our perspective and our perception on what we're going through is everything right now. I don't know if some people have maybe seen this over the years. This has been around for a long time. This young old woman. And I don't know if you just take a look at this picture, you should be able to see an old woman and a young woman. So it took me a long time. I saw the old woman right away when I did this, but it took me a long time to see the young woman. They're actually both there. And why is this important? Perception is an active process. We are constantly selecting, organizing, and interpreting information. And leadership followership and relationships are at the heart of perception and even misinterpretation. So think about, I remember actually going back to the homeless sex, we were already talking about it, but I remember standing in a group of people and I knew the one person that I was with felt uncomfortable with it. And Jim Henry actually was sharing that, oh my gosh, he and I were talking, he was with the chorus that year, and he said, oh my gosh, I just want you to know that I was doing a sing out with my chorus and I walked down the street and we were running late and I walked by and I saw a homeless person in the little alcove and there was a Burger King next to that. And I ran in and I bought a Burger King meal and gave it to him. And I had to contact you to tell you that, I would never have done that if I hadn't seen your set. And this other person, when they heard that story, shifted their whole outlook. They said, oh my gosh, I love that set. So I guess the reason I'm sharing this story is that there's a leadership to this. There's also followership. And sometimes when we follow people that are leading us down a hopeless path instead of a hopeful path or an action-oriented path, which is more appropriate, we can actually very easily shift gears during this time. And we can easily misinterpret how we're feeling. Perception shapes communication, and communication influences perception. We can either radiate growth right now, or we can radiate stagnation. And each of us is part of that solution. I think, I'm a big fan of pictures. Anybody that knows me knows I'm very visually driven. There's a green apple looking in the mirror and sees a red apple looking back. And I know my own daughter once said, I hope one day I can see what my mom sees when she looks at me when I look in the mirror. And I think that our perceptions can shape our willingness to grow, our willingness to go. And perception is so powerful. It can limit or it can motivate us. And it does. It shapes our perspective. If you think about even just outside of our organization as a whole, your own personal development and your willingness to want to grow and go. I would say that some of these perceptions, when they can be of a negative, type, can very easily form self-image and labeling. And through the years, I'm sure, if you look back at your years growing up, things that you have over time been labeled or labeled yourself as based on your life experience. And so what happens is when we get labeled, we end up wearing that, or with things that happen to us through our lives, we end up, let's say we're in a rehearsal and someone shows us a better way to sing. If we accept that and perceive that as them telling us that we're not good enough, we end up hiding this self-image, right? That's just the fact, because I wasn't doing it right. So that means I must suck. And instead of, oh my gosh, here's an opportunity for us to move and grow and be better. How about this one? Has anyone ever felt that about themselves? I'm average. And what about something like this? So I'm sharing this one because this is a real life example. And this individual, actually, this is a recency effect, because I just did some work with Belinda was mentioning, I did some one-on-one work with the members of Canadian Showtime recently. And there was a beautiful member who's allowed me to use her as an example in this class, because I think that we have these self-limiting beliefs, not just about our organization, about what's next and our patients around that, but around ourselves, and this feeling of just never feeling that we're good enough. And with these one-on-one sessions that we had, this beautiful woman by the name of Margaret Matheson and I shared some time together. And one of the things she said, we were talking a little bit because after she performed, and one of the things she said was, people have often told me I'm pretty serious. I'm a pretty serious person. And so in this segment of our session, we were working specifically on her confidence as a performer. So I know she'd be happy if I said, the miking was not the issue here. So this is not a singing exercise. I want you to watch her come into her own. And for years she was told she was serious, and this is what happened.
You got me, I fell in love with you somehow. Well, I'm a sentimental stop, that's all. What's the use of trying not to fall? I have no will, make your appeal, cause you took advantage of me. You got me, and I fell in love with you somehow. Well, I'm a sentimental stop, that's all. What's the use of trying not to fall? I have no will, you've made your kill, cause you took advantage of me.
Tell you that Margaret comes at things from a very different perspective. Margaret spent her whole life as a family lawyer, and she's singing a song called "You Took Advantage of Me." So her perspective on that song was, this is not a very good song, and because she's so accustomed to living that life, and she allowed herself to open up her mind to a different perspective. Margaret, what was your experience?
Well, I have to say, I have to thank you, Erin, for letting me see a whole different perspective, because you shared a number of things with me, but because I did not realize that my past experience as a lawyer in family law, all those words in the song mean so much to me and meant showed different circumstances that I was familiar with. But your story that you shared and working our way through it, it created another perspective of joy about the song. And I think the pandemic as well certainly has affected how I feel about things, and it all came together. And so it was an interesting experience. It was one I will not ever forget. It just opened a lot of possibilities for me to understand how you really do need to look at the music and the words in the music, and how you relate to those words. And then I think we need to all talk about how we perceive it as a chorus, and then it'll make it a very different experience. But for me, it was it really changed my perspective on how to be more real and more authentic. And I truly thank you for the experience. It was not easy to go through, but it certainly has given me a lot of things to work on, and I appreciate that. So,
well, if you're not uncomfortable, you're not learning. That's
true enough. Yes, you have to do a scary thing every day, and that was my scary thing. So.
That's right. Okay, I'd like everybody please to unmute, and I'd like you to thank Margaret.
Awesome, Margaret.
So much.
Way to go. Thanks for sharing.
Famous forever.
So I really am going to put you on the spot one more time, Margaret, and not to ask you to unmute, but I am going to make mention of something. So I want you to note the kind of reaction you got from Margaret when you held her up, when you took the time to applaud her, to cheer for her, and to acknowledge the work that she has done and the vulnerability she had to show to be able to face her self-image and look more deeply, change her perspective, change her perception on things. And I love what she said. She said it's important for us all to talk about that. And it's important for you all not to avoid this conversation on how you're feeling about the pandemic and how it's affecting you. We need to surround ourselves with people who have different perspectives than we do in order for us to move forward together. And I think we tend to go toward people that think the same way we think. And this is a diversity discussion. We need to be excited about running toward people that have different views than us. So which one are you? And I know we've all heard this phrase, but I really, really want you to look at it and ask yourself which cup you fall into. And I would say probably both, right? Some days one, some days another. And my encouragement to you is that you can shift how you're thinking right now based on changing your perception of things. I think we think that we're waiting for what we used to have. Maybe what we used to have isn't what we're going to have. Maybe what we're going to have is better, and it's necessary for us to go through this time and discover all these things in order for us to be that next thing that we're meant to be and to have. Changing your perspective. I'm just going to kind of run through these super quickly. You can take a screenshot of this if you like. But positive thinking is not about thinking only good things will happen. It's about making the most of your situation and accepting the things you can't change and redirecting toward the things that you can. We need to seek to understand why. Put yourself into the shoes of someone that you do not understand, or maybe you're having, maybe you're not seeing eye to eye on something. Take the time to get to know them and the shoes they stand in so that you can empathize. Expand your community, widen your circle, engage with people who are different than you. If you're gazing at the problem constantly, then you're magnifying what you can't change. Therefore, magnifying the negative feelings. Shift your thinking to what you can do and break new ground. Get going. Action reduces stress, and engage in a daily dose of gratitude. Gratitude is important. Matthew Hepburn wrote a great book on it if you want to look at it. And there's a series called The Daily Gratitude Booster. And gratitude is a skill. I think it's just something we think we have every once in a while. It's actually a skill that you build. It's a daily willful cultivation. And in practicing this concept, it's how we opened our class today. It decreases stress, it strengthens relationships, and it raises our emotional resilience. So I want to speak to that just for a second, that concept of emotional resilience. It speaks of those days when we face that giant, that Goliath, that thing in front of us that we think is too big to get over, that nagging voice that says, I didn't sign up for this. What am I doing here? Why am I doing this? And there's a scene, I don't know if many of you have seen the movie Facing the Giants. But I'm going to show you a clip from that. And I have written some messages to you over top of that clip that I'd like you to take in and really think about.
So, Coach, how strong is Westview this year? A lot stronger than we are. You already written Friday night down as a loss, Brock? Well, not if I know we could beat them. Come here, Brock. You too, Jeremy. What, am I in trouble now? Not yet. I want to see you do the death crawl again, except I want to see your absolute best. What, you want me to go to the 30? I think you can go to the 50. 50? I can go to the 50 if nobody's on my back. I think you can do it with Jeremy on your back, but even if you can, I want you to promise me you're going to do your best. All right. Your best. Okay. You going to give me your best? I'm going to give you my best. All right, one more thing. I want you to do it blindfolded. Why? Because I don't want you giving up at a certain point when you could go further. Get down. Jeremy, get on his back. Now get a good tight hold, Jeremy. All right, let's go, Brock. Keep your knees off the ground, just your hands and feet. There you go. A little bit left. A little bit left.
I bet he does.
There you go. Show me good effort. That way, Brock. You keep coming. There you go. It's a good start. A little bit left. A little bit left. There you go, Brock. Good strength. That's it, Brock. That's it.
Not at the 20 yet?
Forget the 20. You give me your best. You keep going. That's it. No, don't stop, Brock. You got more in you than that.
I ain't done. Just resting a second.
You got to keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's go. Don't quit till you got nothing left. There you go. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving, Brock. That's it. You keep driving. Keep your knees off the ground. Keep driving it. Your very best. Your very best. Your very best. Keep moving, Brock. That's it. That's it. That's it. Keep going. Don't quit on me. Keep going. Keep driving it. Keep your knees off the ground. That's it. Your very best. Don't quit on me. Your very best. Keep driving. Keep driving. There you go.
There you go. That's it. You keep driving. Keep your knees off the ground. Keep driving it. Don't quit till you got nothing left. Keep moving, Brock. That's it. That's it. That's it. Keep going. I want everything you got. Come on, keep going. It hurts. Don't quit on me. Your very best. Keep driving. Keep driving. There you go. There you go.
He's heavy.
I know he's heavy.
I'm out of strength.
Then you negotiate with your body to find more strength, but don't you give up on me, Brock. You keep going, you hear me? You keep going. You're doing good. You keep going. Do not quit on me. You keep going.
It hurts.
I know it hurts. You keep going. You keep going. It's all hard from here. 30 more steps. You keep going, Brock. Come on. Keep going.
Burn.
And let it burn.
Ours are burning.
It's all hard. You keep going, Brock. Come on. Come on. Keep going. You promised me your best. Your best. Don't stop. Keep going.
Too hard.
It's not too hard. You keep going. Come on, Brock. Give me more. Give me more. Keep going. 20 more steps. 20 more. Keep going, Brock. Give me your best. Don't quit. No. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Brock Kelly, you don't quit. Keep going. Keep going. Go, Brock Kelly. You don't quit on me. No, you keep going. You keep going. Go, Brock. 10 more steps. 10 more. 10 more. 10 more. Keep going. Don't quit. Give me yours. You can. You can. 5 more. 5 more. Come on, Brock. Come on. Don't quit. Don't quit. Come on, Brock. 2 more. 1 more.
Let's go to 50. Let's go to 50. I don't have any more.
Look up, Brock. You're in the end zone. Brock, you are the most influential player on this team. If you walk around defeated, so will they. Don't tell me you can't give me more than what I've been seeing. You just carried a 140-pound man across this whole field on your arms. Brock, I need you. God's gifted you with the ability of leadership. Don't waste it.
Coach?
Can I count on you?
Yes. Coach?
What is it, Jeremy?
I weigh 160.
Hard. I know it's hard, but so is everything that's worth it, right? Everything that's worth it to us takes work, and it's going to take more work. We're not there yet, but we're here. Why are we in such a hurry to get there when we're here? Everybody on this screen needs somebody on this screen. We all need each other right now. And it's all hurt from here. Your influence is critical. Somebody on this screen needs to hear from you. Reach out. So I'm just going to close with a couple of thoughts. Some of the greatest opportunities that arise are born out of pain, out of challenge, out of crisis, out of grief, out of something completely unwelcome that at the time seems like a wall with no apparent way through. These times are not unfamiliar to every one of us here this morning. There have been, are, and will continue to be Goliaths in your path. Those things, those people, those pandemics, those losses, those illnesses, those conflicts, those situations that seem too large to conquer, too much to bear. And in every difficult circumstance, regardless of its overwhelming characteristics, humanity has been blessed with a choice, the choice of fight or flight. And do not be mistaken, that choice belongs to each one of you. It belongs to each one of us. And fear does not translate into the impossible. In fact, it translates into what is possible. I think we've seen that so much over the last months and year. Our courage to disrupt conventional thought patterns, think outside the box, and step forward, venturing down unfamiliar roads, provides motivation and inspiration to others to do the same. Every time we hear of a great idea one of your courses is doing, we all go, oh my gosh, wait, let's try that, and let's do this too. We're here to inspire others to inspire others. It's time for every one of us to lead. There's no such thing as being powerless. We need to continue to reinvent and reinvest in our why. Passion is a direct result of purpose. Keep reinventing your why. Have a reason, have intention behind everything you do. Our outlook at any point in time is heavily linked to our perception and our perspective. Shakespeare once said, I cried when I had no shoes, but I stopped crying when I saw a man without legs. Of the lessons I've learned on my walk through challenges and emotional upheaval, both personally and professionally, one lesson has become overwhelmingly clear. Whether you have a greater faith than a higher power or not, it cannot be refuted that the greatest strength of humankind is love. It is love that has the strength to conquer any Goliath. It clears our path. It endures all things. It disseminates hate. It grants the courage to resist addictive habits. It opens new doors. It invites change. It heals. It promotes empathy and healthy relationships and understanding. It promotes courage, and in its true and giving form is unconditional. So I have come to know and celebrate that it is not where we are in life that matters, but who we have beside us. And we are so blessed by this Sweet Adeline community that has brought us together. Some of my favorite memories from this past year involved all of you. Our summer online party, the rehearsal crash stuff, and just even times like today, being together. Again, it's not where we are in life that matters, but who we have beside us. This is not what it used to be. And it is not what we plan, nor it is all that there will be in days to come. But this is a necessary part of our journey. Someone once said to me, a good friend of mine said, Erin, you are where you're supposed to be. So I'm paying that advice forward to each one of you, to this Region 16 family and to Sweet Adelines. You are where you're supposed to be. The path ahead may not look like anything you envisioned. So start visioning. Notice the opportunities around you. Be an opportunity maker, not an opportunity breaker. So I guess there's a challenge in front of every one of us this morning, a choice as we face our own Goliath in our own shoes from our own perspectives. And as our world faces unprecedented unrest and fear, and as our organization is forced to pivot, you matter. Your single light matters. I live by a personal promise to myself. Inspire or expire. You have the power to carve hope and determination into the hearts and minds of not only your chorus and quartet families, Region 16 and the Sweet Adelines organization, but all who cross your path. Your presence this morning is a testament to your commitment to one another and to this incredible Sweet Adelines organization of game changers and inspirational models. To every person on this screen and to the rest of our region who could not be here with us this weekend, please engage a new perspective and never allow the perception of others to limit your belief in what is possible. Do more than you think you can with what you have. Reduce your stress through action. Stop staring at the closed door. You have so many more to open and so much to give the world. Widen your circle and stretch to include people who think differently than you. Keep learning, keep growing, engage your why. Step into your fear, and mostly turn your arrows away and lead with love. We will continue to face days where our patience and our resilience waver. It makes you human. It makes us all human. But amazing outcomes are not supposed to be easy. Hope is positive, but it puts the ownership of action outside of yourself. You are actually relinquishing control when you say, I hope. Hope without action will not serve you or your future. When you find yourself saying things like, I'm lonely, well, what are you doing about it? I've had some people say, well, they should do a buddy system. Well, how about picking up the phone and calling and make a buddy? You know, I don't have a purpose. Well, what are you doing about it? I feel bad about myself. Well, what are you doing about it? I miss singing. What are you doing about it? There's Jamulus. There's, you know, get on Zoom with a person and sing for each other. It all takes effort in a direction you may have never traveled. It all takes investment. It all takes work. And it all takes love. We can fall into the trap of letting things happen to us. But I wonder if you changed your perspective, that maybe you would look at this as something that is happening for us. You know, when I heard Sweet Adelines come out with the personal mantra of I am Sweet Adelines, I have to confess that I resisted saying it. You know, people would come out and say, I am Sweet Adelines. I always thought that was weird. And I'm confessing this in open court. I just thought it was weird. And it was weird to me because I thought, well, I'm other things too. I'm a mom and I'm a wife and I'm a professional and I do this and I do that. And yes, I'm a Sweet Adeline. I love it, adore it, but it's not all of who I am. That was my perception of what that meant. It's weird because my perspective has completely changed. Really, it's clear to me now. It's clear in that it's now up to me to have Sweet Adelines continue in the way that we want it to. So through action, I am. You ask yourself, what is next? We are next. So I am Sweet Adelines. You are Sweet Adelines. It's us. So I'm okay saying that now because my perspective is totally different on that. It equals action to me. It equals that it's my role and my job to move things forward as part of this great thing we do. So even in these turbulent times, I continue to see members, you know, as a family reaching back, grabbing hold and pulling each other forward. Bells have rung for frontline workers. Anonymous donations have been made. Food has been dropped off on doorsteps. Music has been shared. Choruses and regions have collaborated. People have shared educational opportunities with one another. They've lifted each other up in times of loss and engaged in simple acts of kindness, like reaching out with an unexpected phone call to lift the spirits of someone else. We all have the power to brighten the path of another, and together we are truly better. As the lyrics say, in A Million Dreams, however big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. So let's circle back. You ask, what's going to happen to us, to you? Answer, you are going to happen to us, and you are going to keep happening so that we will stand together again, even stronger than ever before, and sing. I'm so glad you're all here today. And I know we're going to be here tomorrow and the next day because we are Sweet Adelines. So the next time you hear that little voice in your head that says, why am I doing this? Well, I have pulled together some reasons for you to consider. It was a labor of love, and so many of you were involved in sending me things, and some of you will be surprised at what you see on the screen. The people that are speaking are representative of all of your circles, all those people in your life that matter to you. And it's not just about them mattering to you. They're here because you matter to them. So let us never forget that it is not where we are that matters. It's who we have beside us. I'd like to share this closing compilation for you in celebration of this amazing region. There's a million dreams for the world that we're going to make together.
a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy, and they can say I've lost my mind, I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. Oh, we can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, you can be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. Da-da. I may be right, I may be wrong, but baby, I'll bring you along. To the world we'll see, to the world I close my eyes to see, I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Allen, and I'd like to talk about my Nana, Paula Allen. My Nana has been involved in music ever since she was a little girl. She's blessed our family with her musical talent ever since I can remember. Even though I'm not a singer, her musicality has been passed on through my dance. One of my fondest memories is playing the piano with my Nana and Papa at their house. I'm very proud of my Nana. She has been with the Sweet Adelines for a very long time. She continues to spread the joy of music wherever she goes. I love you, Nana.
Hi, I'm Logan's favorite daughter. Now that that's out of the way, I'm Jordan, and we are here to talk about
Our mom,
Lynn
Lynn
Reed. Yes, because our mom has been in the chorus for all of our lives, and Wednesdays has always been known as like, oh, mom's singing day. And then when we were younger, we'd go up every once in a while as like a little treat, and we'd go watch the practices and stuff and fool around with our cousins, because not only is our mom involved with this chorus, so is the rest of our family, including our grandma and our aunts. So it's
the whole shebang.
It's quite the family event, and you can only imagine how like family Christmases go. And yeah, that. So yeah, we're very proud, and thankfully our mom is still young enough to be in the front row. And so we are able to then spot her out quite quickly. We would learn all the songs.
Yes, so
especially,
we would sing them.
Yeah, especially with Mom, you know, singing in the kitchen and stuff.
Dancing around.
Like, we would show up to the show and we'd be able to sing along. Kind of extraordinary.
Yeah.
Especially for our young developing brains. Anyway.
Especially that.
We're just basically really proud of everyone in our family at this point, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
we're
I'm not
very
even
proud of every single one in the chorus that's our family, and everyone else, obviously.
Love you all.
What can I say about my mom? My mom is the epitome of the musical pursuit. For our entire lives, she has made music the forefront of our daily activities, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Singing harmony with her, her ear is like nothing I've ever heard. I don't know how anybody is given that much musical talent or born with that much musical talent. Like, all I want to do is pick her brain about specific harmonies, etc. And my mom's passion for music and for the Sweet Adelines has been a strong driving force behind her happiness for as long as I've been alive. Her constant enthusiasm to make everyone around her the best they can be at singing or playing instruments, etc., or developing their voice and their harmonies. Even though I'm her daughter, and this is obviously a subjective opinion, that kind of enthusiasm is hard to come by, and that kind of talent as well. So I am immeasurably appreciative of my mom and what she contributes to Sweet Adelines and to my own musical life. And I couldn't be happier that she's being highlighted for everything that she's contributed and everything that she's passionate about. And I thank you for putting this together. This barely scratches the surface of how in awe I am of my mom, but I hope it appropriately encompasses the gist. All right, thanks so much, everyone. Bye.
Sweet Adelines is like ingrained in my childhood. I'm sure Geneva would say the same. We grew up listening to Mom's rehearsal tapes in the car rather than any other relevant musical reference that we might have learned growing up if we'd been in another household. I used to think this was kind of weird, but now I really appreciate it. I appreciate this kind of world that we were invited in from such a young age, being brought to rehearsals sometimes at the retirement home and playing with stuff we were probably not supposed to be touching. And I just really admire how much my mom has accomplished and how much she's dedicated to the Sweet Adelines universe. And I was really excited a couple years ago to actually get to attend the regional competition with her to really see the world. So I admire so much my mom's work and dedication and accomplishment with Sweet Adelines, and I'm grateful to have been exposed to this amazing community.
Hi, I'm Autumn. Hi, I'm Dawson. I'm happy that my mom Andrea is the director of Greater Kingston Chorus.
I just not messed up. Mommy, they singer. I see those two.
Hi, my name is Emma Watson, and my grandma is named Nancy Watson. The first thing I'd like to say is how proud I am that my grandma sings. She is really good. She tells me she has been doing it for a very long time, even before she's had my dad. One year, Grandma brought Christmas carol books for us to sing on Christmas Eve. Our whole family sang together in front of the fire. It was really nice and really fun. Grandma helped me with music by giving me a keyboard to practice the piano. I stopped taking piano lessons so I could start singing lessons, but then COVID happened. Because Grandma is such a good singer, I asked her if she could teach me on Zoom this summer. She said, of course, so that was a good way for us to spend time together. I just want to say I love Grandma and hope to be as good as her one day.
My name's Solange, and my mom sings in chorus. She has a beautiful voice, and she makes people happy, and I want to be in chorus too. beautiful at swimming and dancing and singing.
Jacob, what about you?
Nanny is good at singing.
I am proud that my mom is a sweet Adelines singer because she looks really good on stage.
Hi, I'm Cassie Snolton.
Hi, I'm Regan Jacobs.
And our family has been a part of the barbershop community since we were little kids.
It has so positively impacted our life by making us meet so many new people who we now call family.
Both our moms are sisters. They're the Towner sisters, and they are part of the North Metro Chorus. My dad is a director of Durham Shores.
And my dad sings for Harbortown Sound.
And our grandparents have been a part of the barbershop community as a judge or a part of the choruses for I don't even know how long, since before we were born. So we love that our family is so involved in the barbershop community. It's really impacted our life in a positive way.
And we are so grateful for all the opportunities it has brought us.
My name is Alison Jackson, and Jackie Jackson is my aunt. I was asked to convey how Jackie's membership in North Metro and Sweet Adelines has affected or changed her family members. For as long as I've known my aunt, which has been all my life, she has always loved singing. When I was younger, I remember her playing the albums and singing to some great musicals such as Jesus Christ Superstar, My Fair Lady, then The Sound of Music, just to name a few. If I'm being honest, my whole family loves singing, but the love of singing was something extra for Jackie. So you ask, how has Jackie's membership in these groups affected or changed her family members? I think her membership in these wonderful groups has added more love, laughter, and inspiration to her life. It has provided her with a continued love of singing with a family that she loves and that reciprocate that love and that inspire her to keep moving forward and enjoying life.
Sweet Adelines at the age of 18. Before that, I used to sing in Young Women in Harmony workshops because of my mom. Most of you know my mom, Martha DeClerc. You know, she's an amazing singer, director, coach, regional team member, and a presence in our region. She's been a huge role model for my life and my journey through Sweet Adelines, and I'm very proud to be her daughter. I've grown so much being a part of this organization and Region 16. I started as a quiet singer who would just stand like a stick on the risers. Over the last 11 years, I've become a more confident singer and performer. I became our chorus choreographer, assistant section leader, content creator, and social media rep for both my chorus and the region, and recently started my first quartet. Looking back, I never would have realized how much this community of singers would have changed my life. I've developed lasting friendships, made new contacts, earned leadership roles, and became a better singer for it.
We're ready for our next competitor. Can I have the doors closed, please? From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, under the direction of Erin Howden, the North Metro Cries. Woo! Go Grammy! Woo! Woo!
Hi, I'm Taylor, and music means so much to my family. I've been singing for as long as I can remember, and it had a great impact on my whole life. My mother was in Sweet Adelines, and my grandmother is still actually in Sweet Adelines. And now I have the honor to work with these incredible women, and it's really amazing to be able to be a part of something, especially with my family, like something this big. And I remember always seeing videos of my mother and my grandmother performing, and it's just amazing to think that I'll be there one day. And it's just lovely to have my family by my side while it happens.
Hi,
My name is Lily Marriott. I am proud of my mom. I love that she is a Sweet Adelines director, and I love singing with her. She's the best mom ever. Bye!
I've grown up in a very creative family. You know, performance-wise, we've always been singing and dancing and so on and so forth. So when my mom got this opportunity to join Sweet Adelines, it not only, you know, made her happy, which made me happy, but it expanded what I liked to do. You know, my music interests changed. Who I was as a person changed, and obviously that comes with growing up as well. But Sweet Adelines has influenced me and affected me in ways that I couldn't even imagine. And when I got the opportunity to, you know, come and sing for them this first time back at North Metro, it was such a cool new experience that I could have never dreamed of having. So Sweet Adelines doesn't just affect the ladies in their specific chorus or in the organization. It affects their friends, their family, parents, you know, children. And it's so cool because it's such a unique creative outlet, and it makes people happy, and people being happy makes me happy. So Sweet Adelines just overall it's great.
My mom is the best mom in the world. I know every daughter says that about her mother, but it's true. She's always found ways to bring me joy, and her getting to sing in Sweet Adelines brings her joy. So seeing her have that joy brings me joy. And even though she can't be up there physically and hang out with all of you wonderful people, she still enjoys her time on Zoom. And it just makes me so happy that she can still sing in this terrible time right now. I love you, Mom.
For 40 years now, our mom, grandma, and great-grandma has been involved in a wonderful hobby, Sweet Adelines. I'm proud to say that I have been able to sing with her in Orangeville Chorus and Quartet for 30 plus of those years.
From the age of 10, I went to many regional contests with my mom and grandma and screamed from a balcony cheering them both on.
I went to international contests in Denver when I was 4 months old.
This hobby has blessed our family with many fun memories and lots of lifetime friends.
Love you, Grandma.
Love you, Mom.
Love you.
My name is Grace, and I'm 13, and I recently joined North Metro Chorus in January 2020. I'm also a part of a children's chorus based in Durham region called Young Singers. Cynthia Feltrin, a member of North Metro and the former president of Young Singers, told me about the chorus, and so I auditioned. I'm very thankful to Cynthia for introducing me to Sweet Adelines because I've really enjoyed the short time that I've spent as a member of North Metro. North Metro and the Sweet Adeline community is a very encouraging, welcoming, and fun atmosphere, and I've really enjoyed myself and learned a lot. I love the music, and I love the community, and I look forward to every rehearsal. I'm super grateful to have found Sweet Adelines.
This is for you, man. This is for you, man. You are my sunshine, my only good sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Because of you, Mom, June Dale is our mom. You've introduced me to singing within North Metro with Sweet Adelines, and I can't imagine where I would be. You've taught me so much, teaching us how to be creative, sharing your talents like having a vision to stretch the norm, and showing that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Growing up around singing taught me so much about ourselves, How to Be Leaders is an example of this. Having my own business, I would have never done that without Sweet Adelines and without your leadership. Being able to lead and designing costumes for 24 years, I would have never done that. It was you that had faith in me to try and giving me the chance for risking and fulfilling some more creativity. I would have never had these wonderful relationships and friendships with the people that I do today without having the opportunity to be a part of this hobby. Most importantly, it is spending time with family, my sisters, my mom, and the memory of my dad's involvement through all his chorus productions and coaching. It was a true family affair, trust me. It's making these memories, and especially now sharing our music with our own kids and my own family, is a true legacy. My favorite memory of my mom, and always will be, is when the lights come up, we're on stage, her radiant glow and bursting with happiness. I will never forget that, ever. You would never have this chance to see her spark like that. Definitely not when making just lunches in the kitchen when growing up. So Mom, because of you, you have given me life, and through laughter and through tears, amazing memories from our family, from our chorus, and obviously Sweet Adelines, sharing your gift and showing me who I can become. I'm so forever grateful. I love you to bits.
How on earth could I not be influenced by such an awesome woman? And bonus, she's my mom. She's my mom. Ringing chords and harmonizing was a way of life, and our family and all I ever knew. This unity and joy built the foundation of my character and courage to be unstoppable. And when we were little, oh yeah, to dress up. Yeah, we raided her costume closet. Yeah, we're talking hot pants, sparkly capes, sparkly top hats. It was fantastic. I think the greatest impact Mom had on me with her being a Sweet Adeline is her passion and true love for it. She so inspired me with her dedication and relentless energy and creativity. How she sat at her little piano and arranged over and over so many songs, and the end product always was remarkable. She is so fantastically talented, a total natural. This is her jam. This is her calling. Set after set, package after package, every one unique and jaw-dropping. She changed the momentum of the entire organization. I'm sure you will agree, she is an absolute genius. A fun memory was singing with her in a quartet. My mom, through singing, taught me how to be courageous, to be a leader, to laugh until we cry, and to just spend time together. She is my best friend, my inspiration. I am so honored to be one of your daughters, Mom. To sing with you, to be members together in this organization, and to simply be loved by you. And I know you love me because I know I'm your favorite. I love you, Mom.
For 60 years in Sweet Adelines and for our whole lives, our mom has dedicated her life to her passion, to her family, and to the North Metro Chorus. Leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of the people in our charge. And Mom, you have always led with love and cared deeply for everyone in your path. Growing up, North Metro, Sweet Adelines, and barbershop music was a part of our family. Sweet Adelines has impacted all three of us, and we, as sisters, have shared in our music and have become the best of friends, which is a lifetime gift. Mom, I am in awe of your creativity, your love, your humble manner, your music, and your leadership. Through your years in Sweet Adelines, you have been given a platform to share these gifts, and you have transformed and elevated every human heart on your path that has been blessed to stand in front of you, sing for you, be coached by you, and sing your arrangements. It is impossible to put into words my gratitude for giving me wings to fly. You taught me to follow my dreams. It is an honor to continue what you started and built with North Metro. I'm so grateful to Sweet Adelines, as it truly has given our mom a world where she could take the gifts God gave her and through her inspiration make the lives of others better. Sweet Adelines has been monumental to so many of us in encouraging us to reach higher, inspire others, build friendships, share our music, and widen our circle. Mom, thank you for your love and for your unending encouragement and support. You are truly my hero. I love you.
Love you, Mom.
Hi, my name is Mary Antonini. I am the very lucky daughter of one Therese Antonini, your president-elect. I have been so affected by my mom's involvement in Sweet Adelines. I mean, beyond the singing and the choreography, which has been in my home since I was a little girl, I have gotten to watch my mom create programs and be involved in all kinds of ways. Her passion for diversity and inclusion and equality and the rights that she fights for not only make me so proud, but they make me feel seen. And she's always been really good at that. My mother speaks her truth, she walks her truth, and she sings her truth. And Sweet Adelines gives her the chance to do that, and then gives me the opportunity to be inspired by it.
It's gonna take